back to the CNN podcast. Today
we are checking out actually something a little bit different. Now guys, SB19 fans, aka the 810's, told us that we should check out this video. It is actually something that's going to be a little bit more dive into the song of Felip's, Bulan.
And you guys saw that. We reacted to it on the channel, guys. If you want to watch the actual reaction, it'll be located below in the links. But guys, I mean, it's just kind of a checkout to get deeper into the actual SB19, who they actually are, and more specifically Felip.
Yeah, and it actually is by a content creator I am familiar with, and he's a great content creator, but I never checked out this video from him, and it's called Felip's Bulan is a proof of SB19's dark obsession. So, hey, we're gonna do
something like some Illuminati type stuff, you know what I mean? I love conspiracy theories, guys.
Ooh, okay.
So we're gonna dive deep with this one, guys.
Is deep.
Exactly. We're gonna get right into it. Without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and
join La Familia on the road to 20K. But let's get into this. Let's go.
The world is full of mystery. This is where I am.
Okay.
This is the island of Palawan. What's interesting is that it's shaped like a sea dragon with its mouth wide open.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
What's more interesting is the island right next to it. Yep, it's a crescent shape, just like the moon. So does this prove the legend of the Bakunawa? Or is it just a bunch of air in my gut? The Philippines is a country rich in tradition, and our ancient folklore isn't something to be undervalued. Unfortunately, the rise of social media has made our younger generations clueless about it. Something has to happen to make it.
I mean, you already recognize that, like the dragon and the moon thing, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how the serpent ate the moon god. Mm-hmm. You know what crazes me though, bro?
What's that?
How the hell did ancient cultures like that know the shape of their landscape if they didn't have an aerial view of it?
That's just an interesting fact.
It's intelligence, man. I don't know.
How they know that was the shape of a dragon? There was another one with the shape of a crescent moon. The crescent moon was a little bit more easier to map out.
Without even like looking at the map or anything like that.
Well, here's the thing: they didn't have maps.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't have a map.
How would they know without looking from the air?
I don't know. Would you know?
No.
Okay, then.
So I'm saying all the conspiracy theories.
It better. And what else is better than Felip's latest banger as the reminder?
Facts.
May 4, 2022. Felip announced this. 18 were like,
Wait lang, kuya! Si kuya naman eh! Hindi pa naman ako ready!
I wasn't ready yet!
Oh, damn,
it was plain obvious that the next song is going to be based on Filipino mythology. But doesn't it feel like deja vu?
Matrix?
It makes me want to say,
I think I've seen this film before.
SB19 has definitely done this many times. Just take a look at Mana. It's a song based on a mythical creature called Manananggal that flies at night to hunt humans and leaves its lower body in a safe place. This cleverly became their metaphor for humbleness, because they are performers who seek great heights when it comes to musical success, but they always keep their feet on the ground.
Ooh.
What about what?
What?
It's the song where they mention the Iron Maiden. An ancient torture method that puts a person in a standing sarcophagus full of metal blades inside. It might be simple at first, but if you get locked into it for days, you'd end up falling asleep only to wake up over and over again to the pain of blades piercing your body until you give up and end up killing yourself when you couldn't stand anymore.
Yeah, the Dark Ages were a very bad time.
Oh my
The Iron Maiden, the Metal Bull, lots of terrible things. Spanish Inquisition was a terrible time.
This is interesting.
Once again, their collective inventiveness made such a horrifying thing a symbol of real-life trials. Enter Pablo. This song talks about the two lives of a werewolf, which creatively depicted the story of converting self-doubt into acceptance and self-love. But all of these things were nothing compared to this power of manifestation. Just take a listen to this line. Josh low-key predicted Felip's second single.
Philippines!
Hey.
In Philippine mythology,
Remember when we reacted
Back to her. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, we went back to Miss Universe.
I don't know if it was her.
I think it was one before. Yeah, I think it was-
2019
yeah, I think it
or
was a couple years,
2020 or something like that. It was on the Javier Lifestyle, by the way, guys. If you want to
It was.
check out that reaction that me and Nick did before the CNN podcast. But that's
Single.
They're like, why is that man?
Philippines.
beautiful.
In Philippine mythology, the Bakunawa is a dragon that swallows the moon and causes eclipses.
There you go.
The legend of the Bakunawa started way back, even before the colonial period. The word was even listed in the Visayan Spanish dictionary, which is a direct translation of the eclipse of the moon.
Ooh.
Once upon a time, Bathala created 7 moon deities with the purpose to light up each night of the week. They were Subang, Banilig, Banolor, Bayari, Libulan, Bulan, and Halia.
Bulan.
It's stating the different stages of the
Types of
moon.
moons,
They
yeah.
saw it as gods. They saw them as each individual. Each stage of the moon was a god in their eyes.
What was the full moon again?
It wasn't Bulan. Bulan's a crescent moon.
Yeah, no,
but
I see that.
but
I
we
want to
can
know
go
what
back a
the
little
full-
bit.
Yeah,
We can go back a little bit.
It looks like Subang.
Subang, yeah.
Banilig, Banolor, Bayari, Libulan, Bulan, and Halia.
So Bulan's the one crescent moon.
During the nighttime, Bulan, together with his siblings, sometimes comes down to the earth to ease their boredom. Different birds would flock, and reclusive mermaids would surface together and become friendly with the animals to appreciate the siblings' unparalleled beauty and alluring presence. From the dark corners of the deep, the Bakunawa saw their majestic light, which immediately made the dragon obsessed to possess one of them. So it decided to emerge and succeeded in swallowing Subang in one gulp. The Bakunawa returned to the deep as it felt warm and its domain shined with the brightness of Subang's light.
Whoa.
But it only lasted temporarily because the moon gradually melted in its gut. This frustrated the Bakunawa, so it flew to the sky to devour yet another moon. Halia was his target this time because her radiant light was just irresistible. But her twin brothers Banilig and Banolor defended her, so they ended up getting swallowed instead. The serpent then retreated again to enjoy his spoils. This scared the heck out of the remaining siblings, so Libulan got himself rescued by his suitor Sidapa, the god of death, who fell in love with him despite knowing they have the same gender. Mayari also left for the purpose of challenging Apulakay, the sun god, to rule over the earth, but she would then be defeated, resulting in her losing an eye, so she would end up settling down by marrying a mortal man who would become the country's first shaman.
Whoa.
Interesting stories for sure, but it's for another video.
Daddy, chill.
Anyway, after a few nights, the obsession of the Bakunawa took a turn for the worse as the 2 moons melted in its stomach yet again. At this point, only 2 moons remain, Bulan and Halia. The Bakunawa aimed for Halia, but Bulan defended her, so he ended up getting swallowed instead. In desperation to save Bulan, Halia mustered the light of the stars, which...
Dude, this guy's edits are so good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you were very good at editing, my guy.
He's a great content
You are a great
creator.
editor, man.
Yeah.
You make it. You were very good.
And like his stories, like he keeps you on your feet.
He keeps you entertained, very much entertained, bro. I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot about this, bro, and it's really cool to. I really love learning about ancient histories and ancient religions and stuff like that. I mean, this isn't religion, but ancient history, past history. Because like when I was younger, I studied a lot about the Aztecs and the Mayans, and it's really cool to see how like in those cultures how they would interpret things that we see now. We know, oh, the moon's changing its shape because of the fact of the way the sun and the earth are being reflected upon it. And like science explains it, but the way they understood it back then is so crazy, bro. Like they knew it had effects, they knew it did things, man, and they learned it.
They had a different mindset.
They had a different mindset, dude.
The Bakunawa aimed for Halia, but Bulan defended her, so he ended up getting swallowed instead. In desperation to save Bulan, Halia mustered the light of the stars, which conjured a magic sword that she used to strike the Bakunawa. She managed to hurt the dragon, which resulted in spitting out Bulan. But he was no longer a god. He became a mere young mortal boy. Halia saw this as an opportunity to keep Bulan safe, so she continued to defend herself from the Bakunawa by using her sword for as long as she could. She became a capable warrior and started to cover her face to grieve for his lost brothers and hide her ravishing beauty. Meanwhile, Bulan only remembers his name and retained his carefree and naive attitude. He had this occasional vision of a Bakunawa swallowing a moon, so he started telling it to the townspeople, which scared the heck out of them. Bulan enjoyed it, so he did it more often until the people realized it wasn't true. He was then branded as a liar. On one fateful night, Bulan saw the Bakunawa emerging from the lake, soaring to devour the moon. He immediately told the townspeople about it, but no one would believe him anymore. So he went to distract the Bakunawa by himself. It started chasing him. As Bulan ran for his life, he crashed upon a pile of cooking pans and fell. As he looked back, the Bakunawa was already retreating to the depths. Bulan made such a loud noise that it woke the villagers, so they saw the Bakunawa as it was leaving. That is when they confirmed that it was true. Bulan proceeded to warn them because the Bakunawa might come back anytime soon to consume the moon. The young boy convinced them to fight back and protect the moon as he discovered the Bakunawa's weakness. So the whole village prepared and built the biggest weapon to defeat the evil dragon. When the Bakunawa surfaced again, the people were ready as they rallied together and started making as much noise as possible. However, the Bakunawa still managed to swallow the moon, but not until they rang the biggest gong they ever built. The sound destroyed Bakunawa's wings and it inflicted so much pain that it had to spit out the moon. The Bakunawa fell hard into the water and would never be seen again for a long time. Bulan had no idea that the moon he just saved was actually his twin sister. The legend says that Bakunawa to this day still attempts to swallow the moon once every 2.5 years. That's when the legend of the blood moon was born. The explanation behind the moon's red color is the blood from Halia's wounds inflicted by Bakunawa's deadly bite. This scene represents an ancient childhood game called Bulan. It's just so commendable how Felip is creatively bringing back his country's rich ancient culture as it deserves to be remembered for generations to come. In Felip's universe, the Bakunawa symbolizes the haters. The eclipse represents triumphs and tribulations. To save the moon from it, Felip, along with his people, creates music. Music that produces a sound so profound that it sends shockwaves that ignites Halia's burning desire to fight back and cast away this evil being. After all, Halia is us. We are Felip's Bulan.
Subscribe if he has a Patreon. Guys,
subscribe to it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it, man. It's definitely worth it.
He definitely took his time, man.
He really broke it down. He really makes it fun. He makes it to where you enjoy this, and it's a really great thing. And like I said, man, I love learning about this kind of stuff just because of the fact that like it's so insane how people think of stories, man, and like you kind of put the pieces together yourself from learning about it and hearing about it and reading about it and stuff like that. And it's awesome to see that SB19 is pushing that.
Casual Chug, man, you're a great narrator.
Great narrator, man. But like, just in general, it's so awesome to see that SB19 is pushing their ancient culture.
But like, he's pretty much saying like they're getting pushed by the Aitons.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, in other words,
us,
right?
We're his Aiton. We're the moon that he's protecting. And the big dragon is people who would come about and like try to destroy music, and that's why he makes the big noise and makes profound songs.
And those are the haters.
Exactly, the haters.
People that just make a lot of noise for no reason.
Exactly, who have no business trying to eat up the moon or trying to destroy everybody else's happiness and fun. They just need to get away from the noise if they don't like it.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Hey man, this makes me like appreciate
the song way different now. Yeah, the song is a way bigger appreciation. Now I gotta rewatch the song again just to be like, that's dope. But guys, man, if you like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join La Familia
on the road to
20K. We react to more SB19 content, guys.
Yeah,
more stuff like this, guys. Let us know about it. We love stuff like this. I personally really get into this kind of stuff. Chris enjoys it as well.
Is there another video that Casual Chuck narrated?
Maybe about like other things that because I know he mentioned a couple other songs where they were talking.
I know
about
I think he used to react to like a lot of Easy Mail before, and
that makes sense.
He does SB19 content.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good for you, man.
He found his niche.
Yeah, good job, Chuck, man. Great job in the video, man. Guys, you already know what it is. If you want to support us more, become a member for us as well, you can go follow the Club CNN on Patreon. Or if you want a free way to support us, just go follow our Instagram at cnn.podcast. That's CANDN.podcast.
Let's try to get 200 followers on there, guys.
That's right.
We would greatly appreciate it if you can, check us out, follow us on Instagram. We'll definitely bring more content on there.
Right. We'll start releasing things out like more informative things on the Instagram where you're kind of keeping up with what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. We just don't want to do it where it's too early on and we don't have a lot of members to really enjoy it. We want to make sure there's a good amount of people to have us, have reason to make the content. Yeah. But guys, until next time, peace.